Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi WordPress theme tutorial. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we're going to continue on with the new Divi 4 theme builder here. I had a great question. We've been building these custom headers and sections for our website here with different menus on different pages and what have you. And by default, when you create these custom menus, they're not sticky. When I say not sticky, is if you scroll up the page, they disappear up the top there, which is fine. You might like that, but a lot of people like to have them sticky, so they stay there. If I go to this cart page here, you can see when I scroll, the menu or nav bar stays up the top there. Now, you'd think by default they'd actually give you a little switch to do this, but at the moment they haven't. I imagine they will do in the future. So to do this, we need to employ a little bit of custom CSS. So let's get started. At the moment, here's some we've created earlier. Have a look at the past videos. I'll put the link below. Global headers and footers and custom headers and custom bodies. So let's have a look. We've got a specific products on our shirts here. If I go to perhaps the shop page. Now let's click on a shirt. I think that's the shirt. We've got a custom page for these particular category, but as you can see, that menu's disappearing when we scroll. So let's edit this and make it fixed. So what we need to do is go into our theme builder. That's in your dashboard, and it's the new feature with Divi, the theme builder there. If you're building any sort of WordPress site at all, I do suggest you check out Divi. It just keeps getting better and better with more features. You can, if you want to take it for a test run, you can do so from my affiliate link below. So here we are, we're on the theme builder. Here's the little custom themes we've built. Let's go into this one, which is specific products, casual shirts, and two more. Let's go into the header. And here's a custom header we created with our logo, menu, and a little sale countdown timer there. So what we need to do to make this sticky or stay where it is or position fixed is go into the section, which is the whole thing. Hit the little cog there. Let's go to the advanced, down to custom CSS, to the main element right here. And I'm going to write some CSS here. Don't bother trying to copy it while I'm trying to write it. I'll actually paste this down below the video, and you're welcome to use it if you want to. So we need to tell it position, colon, fixed. It's going to make it stay where it is, and as you can see, it's sort of squished up at the top there, but don't worry about that. Semicolon, because we want to add some more code. Always add a semicolon at the end if you want to add more code. Now, where do we want it? Well, we want it right at the top, so we'll say top, colon, 0. And we want it buffered up against the left and the right, so we'll say left, 0, semicolon, and right, semicolon, 0, semicolon. As you can see, it's filled back out again. Okay, if we save that now, that is going to be buffered up against the top, but we're going to have to make a few more adjustments. So let's just see what we've got. We'll save that. As I say, I'll put this code down below. Save our changes. Once saved, let's X out. Save everything here. You must save all the changes in the theme builder or they won't take effect. Let's go to our casual shirts now and see what we got going on if I refresh. Okay, well, it's sort of kind of pushed it up behind the dashboard bar there, which is fine because it's actually at the top. If we look at this in an incognito tab, of course that bar won't be there, and that'll be fine. So it's actually staying where we want it to stay, but as we scroll up, you can see a little bit of stuff behind there, and we're also missing, I think we're missing something from the top. I'm not sure. Let's just have a look at this in an incognito tab. So I'll click on one of the shirts here. Yeah, that's fine. As you can see, it's displaying absolutely fine. But we've got, this is buffered up too much at the top because it's pulled up there. And if we scroll up, you can actually see some of that behind it. So we want to make sure that this on menu is in front of everything else below, so we don't have any bleed through there. So we need to do that. And also we want to add a bit of padding to this section here to push this down so that's not quite so much at the top. So let's go back to our theme and make those adjustments. Now we were in the custom header here. First thing that I wanted to do is to make sure that it's going to stay on top of everything else. And to ensure that, let's go up into our section, because this is the whole section we want to stay in front of everything else. We can do it one of two ways. We can go into the custom CSS, we can add a Z index here, but it's actually got a place for us to do it here. If we look at visibility, scroll on down a bit, here's a Z index. And if you put a good high number in there, 1,000, something like that, I'll just say 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll pull it above everything else and fix that issue. And let's save those changes. Save the changes here. Just X out of that. Now the other issue that we decided we had was, if I get that incognito tab back up, was our title up there is way too much up here. It should be down here somewhere. So let's add a bit of padding to the top of this custom section here, custom body. So we're on this one. This is the custom body. There we go. I mean, at the moment you can't really tell because you can't see the menu up there, but we really need to add a bit of more space at the top to pull it down. So again, we'll go into the section, the blue cog up here, or the blue tab with the white cog up there. We'll go down to spacing, and let's say I'm going to try giving it 100 pixels up at the top. 100. Let's just save that. Save our changes here. I'm not going to exit out. I'm just going to go in once it's saved and refresh on the incognito tab to see whether that's been effective enough for us. Yeah, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. It's sticky, we can see everything there, so that's working well. But let's just check that it's going to work on mobile devices. I'm using Google Chrome here with the great Chrome Inspector. If you hit F12, it'll open up the inspector, and I've got the little device toggle bar open here. So without it, it's just a regular page. Hit the toggle, and so we're on an iPad here. So let's make that 100% so we can see. I mean, that kind of looks okay, but I know we're still missing that title. That title must be up here somewhere. So it looks like we need to push it down by at least another 100 pixels to make it display correctly on the iPad. Let's pull this down a little bit. Let's check it on an iPhone. No, I don't work for Apple, but this is just the actual settings we've got up here that I'm using. And again, that actually looks fine. We've got our menus and everything. But again, we're missing that title up there. And my hamburger menu is not actually visible, so it's obviously the wrong color. So let's fix those things. Let's just get out of the inspector. Go back to our regular. Here's the theme layout. We've just added that padding. Let's go to design, to spacing again. There's the padding we used for our desktop version. If you click on the little mobile phone icon there, if it's not there, just roll over the word padding and it'll appear. So for desktop we got 100, which seems right. For tablet, let's give it 200. And also for phone, it'll automatically populate it with the last one you put in there. So let's try that. Let's save that. Save our changes. Go back to our little incognito tab. Do a quick refresh. Shouldn't see any change on the desktop version here. That's fine. Hit the F12. Okay, that's better. So we've got on the iPhone, we can see our title there. Everything's sticky. You know, it's staying where it wants to stay. Make sure it's going to work on the iPad too. Make that bigger. Yeah, that works absolutely fine. Like I say, we can't see our hamburger menu for some reason, and that's probably because I've got it colored purple. So let's just fix that last thing, and I think we're done. Okay, for this we need to go back to our menu. So we've saved that, so we can exit out of here now. We're happy with all that. Let's go back to our custom header. This is the one we created with the countdown timer. And what we want to do is actually go into the menu. That's actually behind my little row tab there. So let's flip to wireframe view, make it easier to get to. There it is. Here's the menu. Let's go to the little cog, to design, to icons. It should be a hamburger menu. Shopping cart icon, search icon, hamburger menu color. Let's change that to white or whatever color you want. Save that. Save our changes. Exit out. Just make sure we save the changes here also. Now let's go back and take a look. Refresh. Of course, you won't see anything change on the desktop again. Hit the F12. There we go. There's our little hamburger menu there. Absolutely fine. Fantastic. Make sure it's going to work on the phone. There it is. Absolutely fine. Fantastic. So that's how to actually add a sticky menu, or make your custom menus sticky using the new theme builder from Divi. Great. Fantastic little tool. Like I say, I'm sure they'll have a little button soon that you can just do that automatically without custom CSS, but if not, it's not too difficult to do. And like I say, I'll put that CSS below this video. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you're interested in web development, take a look down below. We've got some great free web development courses down there, as well as some premium courses with some huge discounts for our YouTube subscribers, so do check it out. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and WebDesignAndTechTips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.